Dear students, greetings of the day. I hope you all are healthy and staying safe and also taking good care of your health. Welcome to the video lecture once again. In previous video lectures, we have seen basics of service marketing management, features and characteristics of services, factors affecting service marketing decisions, and service marketing challenges. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss growing importance of service sector in India. If we talk about importance of service sector in India, so as primary sector contribute a lot, secondary sector contribute a lot. Similarly, tertiary sector also contribute a lot in the economic development of country. So that is what we are going to discuss in this video lecture. Moving ahead and let's start. List of the topic to be covered. So in this video lecture, I'm going to cover introduction, market size of service sector, major investment which took place in recent years, government initiative to boost this sector or to promote this sector. Few achievements we will look at and prove ahead how to move further in this particular sector. So let's come to the introduction. Yeah. So the service sector is not only the dominant sector in India, but has also attracted significant foreign investment, has contributed significantly to export, and has provided large-scale employment. Generally, we found that service sector contribute directly and indirectly up to 65% in Indian GDP or in India's GDP. And that is what written there. The service sector is not only the dominant sector in India's GDP, but has also attracted significant foreign investment that we will look at once we will see at the investment part. India's service sector covers a wide variety of activities such as trade, hotel and restaurants, transport, storage and communication, financing, insurance, real estate, business services, community, social and personal services, and several associates with construction and other allied services. So these are the some broader outlook of Indian service sector. As of 2018, 31.45% of India's employed population is working in the service sector. So you can look at the data of employment. 31.45% is a significant, I can say, a significant contribution in the employed population. It contribute a lot to any economy. Now come to market size. Why we need to look at the market size? Because if we want to understand importance of any sector in the growth of any country's economy, then we will have to look at the market size of that particular sector. Then only we will be able to establish relationship, and we will be able to describe importance of that particular sector. That is why here I am going to tell you market size of service sector. So the service sector is a key driver of India's economic growth that we already discussed. The sector contributed 55.39% in India's gross value added in at current price in financial year 20. And this star mark denotes that data taken up to January 2020. So you can see there, service sector contribute 55.39% in India's GVA. Service sector's GVA grew at CAGR of 1.45% to US dollar 106.64.8 billion in financial year 2020 from US dollar 1005 billion in the year 2016. So you can see the growth rate of service sector in Indian economy. Net export estimate in financial year 2020 from services stood at US dollar 214.14 billion, while import was at US dollar 131.41 billion in the financial year 2020. So here you can see the export and the import data. The export of services are estimated more than the import of services. So by looking at this particular data related to export and import, we can very clearly say that service sector in India contribute a lot in the growth of Indian GDP. Nikkei India Services Purchasing Managers Index, that is known as PMI, stood at 14.6 in May 2020, indicating the contraction as COVID-19 led shutdown impaired businesses. As we all are very well aware about the present scenario, since 24th of May 2020, 24th of March 2020, we all are logged in because of preventive measures to take care of our health from COVID-19 pandemic, and the complete economic activity was logged for a very longer period of time. Although there is unlock procedure is going on, but still most of the activities are either running at a very slow speed, or they're just moving, they're not running. So that is why this purchasing managers index, that is PMI, is less in the month of 2020. So look at this data. You can see India service gross value added as a percentage of total gross value added. In 2018, it was 53.44%. In 2019, it was 54.30%, while in the year 2020, it is 55.39%. And if we consider this financial year 20, so this is second estimate, right? So this is the market size which we can assume that how service sector contribute in gross value added in Indian economy. So we can see here the growth in the gross value added from service sector to the Indian GDP. Now come to sector composition. If we look at the sectors, so broadly we can look at travel sector, transportation, then businesses, then software, then financial, then communication, right? So these are the major sectors which contribute a lot. Now come to key trends. So Nikkei India Services, that is PMI, monthly data is given there. Here you can observe, you know, uh, decrease in this PMI index. Why? Because in the month of March, this lockdown announced due to COVID-19 pandemic. And here you can see, as in the month of April, there was complete lockdown, so the PMI index was very low. So this is the key trend. Here you can look at the telecom subscriber base, the data given that is in million. So you can look at in financial year 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020, and this 2020 data is taken care up to January 2020. So you can see there is decrease in the subscribers base in financial year 2019 and 2020, right? So this is the basic trend. Now come to investment. Some of the developments and major investment by companies in service sector in the recent past are as follows. Service sector is the largest recipient of FDI in India, with inflow of US dollar 82 billion between April 2000 and March 2020. 82 billion US dollar. This is a very huge amount which service sector attracted in the form of foreign direct investment in India. In June 2020, Jio Platforms Limited sold 22.38% stake worth rupees 1.04 trillion US dollar. It comes to US dollar 14.75 billion to 10 global investors. That I hope you all are very well aware about, because uh, this is the very very important business news. Nowadays people around the world are discussing about this deal. So these are the investment scenario. Moving ahead, in February 2020, Novartis launched Biomac India, a digital innovation hub in Hyderabad, its first such center in Asia and the fourth at global level, or fourth at global, right? So Indian healthcare companies are entering into merger and acquisitions with domestic and foreign companies to drive growth and gain new market, because this COVID-19 pandemic given a very wide scope to pharmaceutical companies or Indian healthcare companies to look at the very wider perspective. Now come to government initiatives. What government initiated to boost this particular sector or to promote this particular sector? The Government of India recognizes the importance of promoting growth in service sector and provides several incentives across a wide variety of sectors like healthcare, tourism, education, engineering, communications, transportations, informations, technology, banking, finance, and management, among others. The Government of India has adopted few initiatives in the recent past. Some of these are as follows. The Cabinet Committee of Economic Affairs has given approval for contribution of the process of recapitalization of regional rural banks, that is RRBs, by providing minimum regulatory capital to RRBs for another year beyond 2019-20. So that is one government major initiative we can mention. Government of India has launched the National Broadband Mission with an aim to provide broadband access to all villages by 2020. This is again another big government initiative to boost telecommunication services at rural level. Under the midterm review of foreign trade policy, the central government increased incentives provided under services export from India scheme by 2%. So this is again a very a major government initiative to boost and to increase the incentive. Government of India has been working to remove many trade barriers to services, for which it tabled a draft legal text on trade facilitation in services to the WTO in 2017. Means the present government initiated to ensure ease of doing work in India and as our ranking and rating in ease of doing work is going up day by day. So here is infographic where you can look at some more government initiatives in the form of 100% FDI in case of tourism and hospitality, education sector, aviation, healthcare sector, telecom sector. So these are the various sectors which is uh, having 100% FDI support from government. Then some more sectors or some more initiatives I can say. Uh, National Education Policy 2016, which is going to be implemented very soon, and there will be dramatic change I can say in education sector. Service export from India scheme, there is some regulatory changes. National health policy that we already experienced, there is major change in national health policy. National Digital Communication Policy 2018. So government is keen to develop digital infrastructure and digital literacy as well. And one more thing, National Tourism Policy 2015. So these are the major service sector where government took various initiative to ensure their contribution in Indian GDP. So road ahead. Service sector growth is governed by domestic and global factors that we already discussed, because there is very right balance between export and import. Although export is more than import. So the Indian facilities management market is expected to grow at a 17% CAGR between 2015 to 2020, and surpassed the US dollar 19 billion mark, supported by becoming booming real estate, retail, and hospitality sector. But considering COVID, uh, I suppose there will be less growth in real estate, but yes, and then there will be slowdown in hospitality sector as well. But there will be very sound growth in retail, considering COVID especially. By 2013, healthcare industry is expected to reach at US dollar 132 billion. You can assume this figure 132 US dollar billion. India's digital economy is estimated to reach US dollar 1 trillion by 2015. Sorry, 2025. By end of 2023, India's IT and business service sector is expected to reach at US dollar 14.3 billion with 8% growth. So you can assume uh, the expected or estimated growth rate. The implementation of goods and service tax (GST) that you all are very well aware about has created a common national market and reduced the overall tax burden on goods. It is expected to reduce cost in the long run on account of availability of GST input credit, which will result in reduction in price of services that we are experiencing. So this is for this video lecture. Thank you so very much. Thank you for your patient listening. I'll request to you all explore some more about importance of service sector in India, or increasing importance of service sector in India. You will have various recent fact and explore as per your interest. So thank you so much for your patient listening. If there is any query related to any topic which I discussed in this particular video lecture, so you all are free to write me your query on my email ID that is written there. That is mayankpande.gn@jagannath.org. Stay tuned, happy learning, and take care. Bye bye.